They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue landing!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. He may try and run for the... And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. How about that? Their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't. Feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Richmond!
From the gun, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 20! And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So out now come the Jets. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, it's Cannon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Down!
A A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. That negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Caught on the right side, Reed. Watson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw left side complete. It's Hopkins. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Green, the line. Green, the line. Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
To throw on second is Watson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Reset, reset, reset.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Jets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
On 2nd down, Scott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Green 39, Green 39. Gun, 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 gun.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. Fights free at the 5. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, You play the run. Linebacker.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Green 39! Green 39!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. DJ Reader coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now Scott. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
On 1st down, Scott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Jets on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Boston Scott, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wide open receiver complete. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On first down, Watson going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Richmond.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Tiger. Come back. Richmond.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And now running right through it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. looking to throw. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Back 22! Back 22!
They'll run with Cannon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Richmond! Hey! Blue 80!
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go deep. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are in for 6. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So we've reached an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back 22! Back 22!
Now Watson to throw on second down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s, I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and this is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the one on second and goal. Now Watson going to sneak it, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the one. Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. They've been stopped twice at the one. Can they finally break through on third and goal? After the run, Watson going to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
No, check, Patriot! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll go option to the short side. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Flex round! Flex round!
They come up in a 2 tight end look here.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
No, check, Patriot!
3rd and goal, option right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's Watson, and that'll be incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
22. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a throw right sideline is complete. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll go option to the short side. And now he'll tuck it and run. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Here we go. Now, check, Patriot.
Right back to him on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
2nd down. Here's an option right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Jets on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Richmond!
He's back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Huge first down, got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Back to throw. Finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And the spike comes with 9 seconds left to go. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Texans now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
To throw is Watson. Looking to throw on second down. Being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. From the gun, here's Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Cannon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The Texans on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They go again with Cannon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Zero's kick is right through, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Back down in Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? Goes on, they might ask him again. Still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit. Gone. 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 Hot.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So for the Texans, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week at home.
television. Telling me avoid the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion. Texting prayer hands. Hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed. I've been seeing prophets. Mostly yellow shirts. Louder than the broccoli. Dancing in my chucks. Feeling out of body. Say the man got me on. Can you hear me now? 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 God in my system, then the one I'm kissing. Why might look like expeditions on? Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could have had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me, but I've been a genius. Daddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me now? 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 One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just see the bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's bad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a lazy, my posse deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper, had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over baby. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon, I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can. Yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence for my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. Alabama store. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte back, looking clean. Dead presses in and I'm a low. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a pantyhose.
Go here after your pocket. I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you. Get over here. You only get that.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
We want back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again, We wake 'em up, the champs is in, We want back ends, wipe my sins, wipe it. They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again, We wake 'em up, the champs is in, yeah. Wake up, the cake up, raise up, or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you, right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the race for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the white flag, they forfeit it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you broke them all. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck goose linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with this man of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossible. Red zone, this my house like my property. Do a quarterback sneak, it's on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff him, I'm down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again, We wake 'em up, the champs is in, We want back ends, wipe my sins.
All right, the challenge is in front of you. Do you accept it? I hope so. Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's Solo Challenge, Madden Ultimate Team. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, you're a former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't.
Julio Jones all alone. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 50 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now Wilson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nice job. Congratulations, defeating the Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge. So the challenge is laid out in front of you. Can you complete it? We're about to find out. Solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team time. Let's go. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.